Heuristics shape the way we think, offering shortcuts that help us navigate an overwhelming world. They allow us to make decisions quickly, often without conscious effort. In many cases, they serve us well, saving time and energy. But they can also become invisible barriers, trapping us in cycles of inaction, bad habits, or misguided decisions. They do not just lead us astray, they make it impossible to even realize we are lost. When we should act, heuristics can hold us back. The status quo bias makes us stick with what is familiar, even when change is necessary. The longer we delay a decision, the harder it becomes to make. Each day that passes reinforces the idea that continuing as we are is the natural choice. Confirmation bias ensures we seek information that supports our hesitation rather than challenges it. We tell ourselves that we need more time, that conditions are not quite right, that we will act later. And so we don't. Even when we know something is wrong, heuristics can prevent us from seeing why. The availability heuristic makes us focus on what comes to mind most easily, leading us to blame the most obvious factor rather than the real cause. We might believe our struggles come from external obstacles, when in reality, the issue lies in our own patterns of thought. The narrative we construct becomes self-reinforcing. We accept it as truth, never questioning whether we are looking in the wrong place. At times, the problem is not just that we fail to act, but that we act in the wrong way. When faced with uncertainty, we rely on mental shortcuts to make sense of things. But these often oversimplify complex problems. We may trust our gut when careful analysis is needed, or overreact to a single piece of information while ignoring the broader context. If past experience suggests a certain approach worked before, we may assume it will work again, even when circumstances have changed. The more we rely on these patterns, the less likely we are to break free from them. The real danger is that heuristics operate beneath our awareness. We do not see the mental processes shaping our decisions, so we do not question them. We assume our reasoning is sound because it feels natural, but in reality, we are being guided by biases that we cannot detect. This makes finding the cause of our struggles almost impossible. Even when confronted with evidence that we are making poor choices, we often dismiss it or reframe it in a way that protects our existing beliefs. The mind is a master of self-deception. Heuristics do not just lead us astray, they keep us from realizing we are lost. To overcome them, we must develop the ability to question our instincts, challenge our assumptions, and recognize that what feels right is not always what is true. But because heuristics make this difficult, even that first step can feel impossible.